Junior, Little Dogs on the Prairie.
Yeah, Little Dogs on the Prairie. Whoa. So it says, Baby's First Day, Creature Feature, and Grassland Animals. That's what is in this edition of Ranger Rick Jr., Apollo. Are you excited?
Yeah.
This is the May 2023 edition. Oh, look at these kids' drawings. You're always pretty good at guessing what they are. What do you think that is?
A rooster?
For sure. What about that?
A duck.
And is it any specific type of duck?
Oh, it's a male duck.
It's the male. What do they call the males?
I don't know.
Mallard, yeah. So, how about this? What's that guy?
Oh, it's a porcupine.
Yeah, I would say porcupine.
Actually, it's a hedgehog.
How do you know it's a hedgehog?
H.
Ah, you're reading. You're starting to read it. Okay. How about this guy?
Snail.
And these guys underneath?
Mm-hmm.
Under earthworms, yeah. What about this?
It's a white-tailed deer.
It is a white-tailed deer, most likely. This one's super...
It's a poison frog.
Wait a minute. How do you know that's a poison frog? There's no way. Did you read it?
No.
You fibber. I think you read that one. There's no way you could get poison frog out of that.
No, I asked Mama.
Oh, you cheated then. No fair. You're not supposed to ask Mama ahead of time. Ah, okay. This says submit your drawings and photos online at Ranger Rick Jr. It says, my mom is a star. Why do you think this episode or this edition of the magazine is talking about moms?
Oh, prairie dog moms.
Well, maybe, but what day is coming up on Sunday?
Mother's Day.
Yeah, Mother's Day. That's probably why. And then it says, show your mom how she shines with this Mother's Day card. And it's my mom is a star. That's the card. All right, well, let's look inside, shall we? This is called That's Wild.
Oh,
What is this guy?
It's a viper snake.
That one's not a viper, believe it or not. Take a guess number 2. I'll give you a hint. They wrap you up. Python. That is a python. And the python can go for a year without eating. Can you believe that?
Whoa!
That is pretty crazy. 1 year without eating. How about this little cute guy? He's good for the spring. He just delivered you some Easter eggs. What is he?
Oh, yeah, it's a rabbit.
Yeah, just a basic rabbit. A rabbit's teeth never stop growing. Did you know that?
That's why they have to... Oh, I knew that because of Minecraft.
Yeah. And what do
That's
they...
why they have to bless their teeth against trees.
Oh, they nibble and bite things and yeah. So, how about this guy? What's that guy? This one here.
It's a camel.
Yeah. We don't know what... Oh, it has a single hump. One hump. It's a camel, and it has 2 rows of eyelashes. And what do the eyelashes do, Apollo?
It helps them... It protects them from the sand.
Yeah, it keeps the sand out of their eyes from sandstorms. I will be shocked if you know what type of monkey this is.
It's a spider monkey.
It's not a spider.
It's a kafoo monkey.
You were super close. I'll give you a Colobus? Calubus?
Calubus?
Yeah, Calubus monkey. I thought you were going to get it because you started with it. That's amazing. It's a Calubus monkey, and it burps to say hello. Can you say hello like a Calubus monkey?
I can't burp. I can't make myself burp.
Oh, that's all right. Well, this guy, I bet you can guess what this really big whale is.
It's a beluga whale.
Not a beluga whale, just a blue whale. A blue whale's tongue can weigh as much as an elephant. Just its tongue. That's crazy, huh? How about this guy? What's he?
It's a blue macaw.
It might be. They're saying it's a parrot, and it's saying parrots almost always use the same food to hold, or foot to hold an object. So kind of like humans, we have a right hand or a left hand, and this parrot uses the same foot. All right. Well, that was not our best version of that. You usually get like 99% of those guys. Clearly, we haven't been doing this enough, huh? Okay. Well, let's read. What are we going to read about? Here, guess what these guys are?
Prairie dogs.
Yes, that you are right. You are correct. These are prairie dogs. Welcome to Prairie Dog Town. This town isn't like other towns. It is a place where thousands of animals called prairie dogs live. Prairie dogs aren't dogs. We got our name because we live in grasslands called prairies. And guess what sound we make? What sound do you think a prairie dog makes? A bark. The way dogs bark. They bark. This guy's name is Pete. Hi, I'm Pete. I will be your Prairie Dog Town guide. Yeah. This guy is a prairie dog, and prairie dogs build underground homes called burrows. Our burrows have lots of rooms connected by long tunnels, says Pete the prairie dog. Prairie dogs gather grass and take it to their burrows. We use the grass to make soft nests to sleep in. Prairie dogs greet each other with a kiss when they meet in town. Smooch! Good to see you, sis. And this prairie dog eats plants, the leaves, roots, stems, and seeds. We also eat insects, says Prairie Dog Pete. Yeah, well, they're pretty good for farmers then, you would think. Except they would eat all their crops and their insects. Baby prairie dogs are called pups, and they join the others in town when they are about 6 weeks old. The young pups are very curious and playful. Prairie dogs go, "Roof, roof, bark, bark." Prairie dogs bark, a warning when a dangerous animal, yeah, like that, comes to town. Then we all hide in our burrows until it is safe to come out. Come back and visit us again soon, says Prairie Dog Pete. I'll let you know when the coast is clear. What do you think about prairie dogs? Are they pretty interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah.
Interesting.
Would you like to be a prairie dog?
No.
No. You like being a human way better than a prairie dog? Even if you got to bark all the time?
Wow.
You could bark now, huh? Okay, guess what? It's one of your favorites. It's the story, Ricky and Pals. Are you ready? Guess what this one's called? Spring Surprises. Are you ready for this? All right, here goes. Ricky Raccoon, Busy Beaver, Flora Skunk, and Mitzi Mink were sitting around at Ricky's house. They had spent the morning playing checkers, then cards, then tic-tac-toe. Now what should we do? Asked Busy. I'm tired of playing games. Me too, said Ricky. I wish something exciting would happen, said Flora. Just as she said that, a piece of paper floated in through the open window. It fluttered down and landed on the floor. The friends looked at each other in amazement. Then they all dived toward the paper. Ricky got to it first and snatched it up. Hey, it's a note, he said. Then he read the note out loud. Why are you inside on such a pretty spring day? The woods are full of surprises. All you have to do is look. Signed, Mrs. Cardinal. What do you think Mrs. C means? Asked Mitzi. I think I know, said Busy. Mrs. C has planned fun stuff for us before. I will bet that when she says the woods are full of surprises, she means she has hidden things for us to find. Ooh, like a scavenger hunt. Oh, cool, said Mitzi. Like presents? Or treats, said Flora. Let's go look, said Busy, and they tumbled over each other trying to get out the door. When they got outside, they began searching all around. This is fun, said Ricky. It's like an Easter egg hunt. He looked under his picnic table. Flora peeked into the bushes, Busy poked around some flowers, and Mitzi looked inside a hollow log. But no one found anything that Mrs. C might have hidden. Do you think Mrs. C actually hid anything, Apollo?
No.
Well, we'll find out. That's weird, said Flora. Let's walk through the woods and keep looking. Just as they started off, Mitzi noticed something on a log she had been looking into. Hey, there's a frog on this log, she said. Then she giggled. Ha ha, I just made a rhyme. Good one, Mitzi, Flora said. They walked along until they heard a quiet cheeping sound. Ricky followed the sound toward a bush. Hey guys, look at this, he whispered. The others came and peeked into the bush where Ricky was pointing. Baby birds in a nest, said Busy in an excited whisper. Then they moved away quietly so that they wouldn't disturb the babies. Those babies were so cute, Mitzi said. She thought a minute. Birdies in a nest are best. The others laughed. You're on a rhyming roll, Mitzi, said Ricky. Now they had come to a clearing in the woods. When they saw what was just ahead of them, they gasped. A mama deer and 2 babies? Flora said. Mitzi grinned. 3 deer so near. Ha ha, she said. The friends watched as the 2 babies played together. Then the mother deer walked off into the trees, and the babies followed after her. Wow, that was awesome, said Busy. By now the friends had walked almost to Clear Lake. They could see it shimmering in the sun. When they got to the shore, they saw a mother duck swimming along, followed by her ducklings, all in a line. Babies with their mama duck? What luck! Oh, she's so good at rhyming, huh, Apollo? Mm-hmm. Said Mitzi.
She wondered about all the things they found.
Yeah. How adorable, Flora said. We sure are seeing a lot of great things, Busy said, but nothing left us by Mrs. Cardinal. Ricky thought for a minute. You know what, he said. I don't think she did leave anything for us. She said the woods are full of surprises, and we have seen lots of surprises. You're right, Flora said. We saw baby birds, baby deer, baby ducks. Oh, I get it, Mitzi said. Mrs. C wanted us to see the surprises you can find in springtime. Then she got a big grin on her face as she rhymed. And I know the reason spring is baby season. Why is spring baby season, Apollo?
Because birds.
That's where all the babies they saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you want to make up a rhyme? How about a rhyme about prairie dogs? Let's see. I saw some prairie dogs.
I saw some prairie dogs.
But I couldn't see them in the fog.
That's not a line.
It's not? Dog and fog?
That's chant.
Well, what would be a good rhyme then?
I saw some prairie dogs.
Prairie dogs dig tunnels, and I'm going to funnel them into my bag and have some prairie dog for a snack. That's a terrible rhyme, huh?
That's just a riddle.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, well, if you think of a good rhyme, stop me and shout it, okay? We're going to go on. My first day. Discover what life is like for a baby animal on its first day of life. What do you think it's like for a baby animal on its first day of life, Apollo?
Hard.
Yeah.
I discovered about our chicks. It was hard for them to walk on their first day.
Yeah.
You want to know something? Tomorrow we're going to be able to hold the chick.
That's going to be so cool. When you guys talked about it in school, you spoke about it in Spanish. What did you call it when they were born?
Los pollitos.
Los pollitos? What does it... Did you talk...
Los pollitos.
Yeah. So when they were born, what did you say, though? When they hatched? What did they call it?
We didn't see them hatching.
Oh, but you talk about it, right?
I don't talk about it in Finish.
Hey, look, that is babies in spring, just like what we're reading about. Your chicks got hatched in spring. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well.
But we started incubating them in spring.
Yeah, it just took how many days?
21.
21. And how would you say that in Spanish?
21 días para los pollitos.
Yeah.
That's 21 days for the chicks.
Exactly. That's fantastic. All right. Well, you are correct. It's hard for a baby to stand on its first day.
Oh, but the second day, they will always stand.
They already learn how to walk on the second day?
They're already walking.
How long did it take you to learn how to walk?
About 10 months.
Yeah, it's about 10 months. You were walking at 10 months. So it takes a baby chick one day, but it takes you 10 months. Oh my gosh. Those lucky baby animals, huh? Mm-hmm. All right, well, this is a gazelle. And on my first day, the gazelle says...
Someone at my class actually said, I wish I could walk. I wish I was a chick so I could walk
on the first day. Yeah, that would be a good skill to have. Well, let's read about the gazelles. On my first day, I stood up and I took some wobbly steps. I could run just a few hours later. This gazelle can run in a few hours. This is a wood duck. On my first day, I jumped out of my nest and went to find my mother. Ah! I hope he landed in some water. My goodness. That's a brave duck. Do you think that you guys have ducks too, right?
Mm-hmm. But not a single one hatched.
Yeah, because it's 28 days for ducks. How do you say that one in Spanish?
28 días para los patitos.
Patitos, yeah, little ducks.
28 days for the
little ducks. Ducklings.
I'm so used to saying stuff in Spanish. I was confused.
Yeah, that's okay. You can say it however you want. This is a sloth, by the way. This baby sloth, I bet he doesn't do much on his first day. It says, on my first day, I clung to the fur on my mama's chest. I held on tight as she moved through the trees. Something tells me he doesn't have to hold on that tight because a sloth moves so slow. These are baby mice. On my first day, I did not have any hair and my eyes were closed. My mom took care of me. And this sea turtle, on my first day, I ran across the sand and into the water. I was ready to swim into the sea. I never even met my mommy, says the sea turtle. This is a gecko. On my first day, I broke out of my shell, and I crawled away. I could take care of myself. Huh, those independent geckos.
And also those independent sea turtles.
Yeah. And this is baby hedgehogs. On my first day, my quills popped up from beneath my skin. Amazing. Then there's this little itty-bitty panda. Look at that. On my first day, I was the size of a stick of butter. It would be weeks before I grew fur like my mother. What were you like on your first day? We already talked about that. You were about 7.5 pounds.
Look, I can be as small as how I used to be.
Yeah. On your first day, you were about 7.5 pounds, and I used to hold you like a football.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
That's my favorite thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's read the creature feature. This is called the glass frog. Why do you think he's called the glass frog?
Because you can see inside his
skin. Yeah, like his little veins and stuff. All of his organs. You can see right through him.
You can see his heart.
Yeah. This little frog lives in the rainforests in Central and South America. It can be so small that it can sit on a thumb of a person. Its beating heart and other internal organs can be seen right through its skin on its belly. And it has a green skin with yellow polka dots on top. All right. Are you ready for the cartoon, The Adventures of Bonnie and Chester? And this one is titled Happy Campers. Bonnie says, "It's going to be a lovely night. Let's go camping." "No, thanks. It's scary outside after dark," says Chester. "It will be fine, I promise," says Bonnie. Later that night, "You aren't scared, are you?" says Bonnie. "No, the moon is like a nightlight," says Chester. "Are you ready for some snacks?" Ooh, she brought cookies. "Bonnie, you do know what happens when the moon eats too much." Uh-oh, what happens when the moon eats too much? "I don't know," Chester says. "It's a full moon." Do you get it? What happens when you eat too much? Your full belly. So, full moon. Ha ha. Ha ha. Is that a funny joke? Or is Chester just silly? Oh, hey, animal fun. Can you help Pete find his way through the tunnels without bumping into another prairie dog? Here's where you gotta go. That's the end. How do you get? Don't bump into another prairie dog. Dodge. Oh man, that one was way too easy for you. You succeeded on your very first try. Use these clues to figure...
Actually, my really second try.
Oh, did you cheat on that one too? No
I've
fair.
been looking at this book.
All night? Huh.
Not all night.
Well, there's some clues. Did you read these clues? Use these clues to figure out which prairie dog is named Pedro. Number one, clue number one. Piper is sleeping. Where's Piper? That's yeah. Number two, Paco and Parker are hungry. Let's see, Paco and Parker. Oh, yep, there's Paco and Parker. Paula and Penny are talking. Yeah, so Pedro is not a pup. Those are the pups. Yeah, that's Pedro. Hey, what's up? What's up? I'm not a pup. I don't know. Okay, ready? We live in grasslands. Grasslands are filled with grasses and wildflowers. I think you're going to have to guess the animal over here. There is not enough rain for tall trees to grow here in the grasslands. Who lives in a grassland? What's that guy?
It is a grasshopper.
Yeah, grasshopper clings to a blade of grass. Do you know what a grasshopper is in Spanish?
Didi, what's that?
Oh, this is a sage grouse who shows off all of his feathers.
That's ugly.
What's this one?
A buffalo.
Or a bison who grazes on grass. Okay, now it's your turn to guess. Clue number one, I live in grasslands too. Guess who I am? I have a racing stripe down my nose. Ooh, could it be a badger or a skunk maybe?
I think it's a badger.
Number two, I keep to myself. Stay away from me. That could still be a badger or a skunk. Number three, I'm a digging machine.
Oh yeah, it's a badger.
I'm thinking badger too. Let's find out. Booyah! Look at that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. It's a badger. The bad badger. You don't know what it will do. A badger wants to be left alone and have nothing to do with you. Yeah, man. Look at me. Just leave me alone or I'll take you out. What do you think? Or I'll make you shout. Badgers are bad, huh? I mean, they're not bad in a bad way. They're bad like, I'm bad, man. Yeah.
Like that.
But we got it. We guessed it correctly. And that's the end. That's the end of Ranger Rick Jr. It just says, what do baby wild boars eat? And then I don't know. I don't know what they eat. What do they eat, Apollo?
You have to scan the QR code to figure out.
Yeah, well, I can't. So, are you ready to say adios to our audience?
Adios, hasta mañana.
Adios.